Hey guys, welcome to my Nigerian farm. In my farm, I have this tree. It's called the Uba tree, and it's huge. It provides me with shade. A lot of breeze come here. So usually when I'm working in the farm and I need to rest, I just come here and relax and collect my thoughts. So now that I'm here, let me lend my voice to something that is going on in Africa now. In fact, usually this will be the first of a series. Whenever I want to say something philosophical or give my opinion on something around the farm or even outside of the farm topic, I'll do it under this tree. This is my personal zone in the farm. The topic I want to discuss today is the issue of agriculture and agribusiness. Recently, there have been calls for youth to go into agriculture by the presidency, the ministry, all over Africa. And it's good. I totally agree. Agriculture has potential to elevate this country beyond where we are, to remove the unemployment issue, to remove the inflation issue. Agriculture can reduce our net import and export, our net import in the nation. It can make us, go from first world to maybe second world if something like that exists. Yes, it has the potential to do that. But whenever I listen to interviews with any of these entrepreneurs in Africa, all they talk about is agribusiness. They make it sound like when they move from agriculture to agribusiness, that's where the money is. That's what guarantees success. And for the purpose of this discussion, modern farming is seen more like agribusiness, while ancient local way of farming is seen more like agriculture. So let's skip that for the rest of the discussion. So the belief is that when we move from agriculture to agribusiness, that's where we make guarantee success, we make more money, and all these magical things start happening. Let's look at those two words: agriculture, agribusiness. What these experts are saying is that we should replace the word culture with business, and that is where I have a small problem. Whenever you replace culture with business, then it doesn't usually end well for humanity. It's very simple. A business minded person, business oriented operation, does not care about the human component. A farmer who is business minded does not care about the product he's giving to the consumer. As long as the consumer buys that product and as long as he meets his bottom line, he's fine. I'm not trying to say that everybody who practices agribusiness is insensitive to the human plight. No. But developing agriculture in Africa with that mindset may lead to solution to issues that we don't have solutions for. Look at these chickens. These chickens that they're injecting God knows what. This is the agribusiness mindset. The consumer likes big meat for some reason in Nigeria. People like big meat or rubber chicken. And so to make your meat big, to increase your bottom line, you inject them with maybe a saline solution or polymer or but I don't know what they're injecting into. The chicken looks huge and you sell it. And you make your money and you don't care who eats it and you don't care whatever happens. There are fertilizers out there that you apply on your land and it will completely pollute the land. But a business minded person won't care that that fertilizer can pollute the water that the villagers are drinking downstream. He won't really bother about that. So there are very little regulations, and if Africa develop in that direction, this may need we need to consider the ramification. It may be huge. The solution may not be available to us. There are people who will spray chemicals on their vegetable so that they will look shiny and look fresh, and they put it out there. For someone who's an agribusiness expert, there's nothing wrong. I mean, the business oriented person does not know or does not care whether this is right or wrong. They don't know what is right or wrong. They are not some boring ethics professor. They are here to make money and increase the bottom line. That is what business brings. I'm not against business. I'm actually in the business. That's where I work, in the business area in the financial sector. And I know how insensitive this line of work can be to the human plight. Those who trade on all this derivative, copper, this and all those stuff, they don't really care about the farmers that are picking cotton in Ethiopia. And as much as they care, those farmers can pick 24 hours. They just want to make their money. So it bothers me if Africa is looking at developing agribusiness instead of agriculture. And that is because we have this notion that if we farm the way our ancestors or our fathers farmed, that we'll make money from it. That's not true. That is not true. If you farm the way your fathers farm and you modernize it, you will make money from it. The way you approach your farm determines how much money you make. If it's really true that a modern way of farming is much more profitable, why are there so many abandoned farms all over the place? If you drive around Nigeria, you see so many abandoned farms, all these modern farms, abandoned. But if you go to the villages, those people who have been farming the ancient way, they are still farming. They've not abandoned their farm. Unless maybe their children who didn't grow up in the farm, but the ancient ones, they are still there doing what they do. So modern farming may not be the way to go for agriculture. It might make us dependent on imports. For example, if you're farming on an egg layer or something, you need to always buy the day old chicks. You can't grow them in your farm. You need to buy it from somewhere, most times imported. If you're farming all these Frisian cows, you need to always import them. Import semen from Brazil or from Denmark or whatever. But if you're farming the indigenous ones, the local ones, you don't need export. Remember, agriculture is supposed to make us independent of imports. But if we go through this modern farming, this modern method of modern farming, we will always depend on imports. And in that case, our agricultural output will always depend on the dollar value versus the naira value. I don't think that will solve the problem we are trying to. If we farm on our indigenous animals, indigenous plants, they will do better. And don't believe all these things they tell you that our indigenous ones they take forever to grow. Yeah, they take a while to grow, but if you feed them well, they will surprise you, as we have demonstrated in our film. So it depends on how you approach your farming, in my opinion. But the idea that modern means of farming is a guarantee for success, and so we should abandon the old ways of farming, I don't really believe that. I think we can improve on the old ways of farming, improve on the old species. In Africa before, we never had GMO. Now, I can't be taking soy milk or soybeans and expect it not to be GMO because people are rushing for the improved variety, improved seed. That's what happened in India. They came up with GMO, their improved seed, and farmers left their old seed, their ancient seed, and went for this improved seed, and it just didn't do well. And of course, those seeds they cannot reproduce. You have to always keep buying them from Monsanto, and before you know it, farmers in India started committing suicide. If we go in that direction, I don't know. I hope it doesn't happen here. But there are two sides to every story. Agribusiness is fine. It works for whoever it works for. Agriculture is better. Organic farming is better. You live and you let live. That's my opinion. But again, I'm not Dangote, so I've not really made billions from agriculture. I have a small farm. This is my small farm, and this is my small idea. Hope you like it. Anyway, thanks, guys. I appreciate your patronage, and I appreciate your subscription. For those of you who have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification button so that whenever I make a video, you are first to know. See you in my next video.